I go by the name of The Voice, T.P. Frazier, Senior A&R for YSL Loaded. Most importantly, as a proud American, as a proud human, every now and then we get a chance to witness something. Shall I say that's larger than life? Every now and then, an individual does something that it doesn't just awaken a small portion of the country, it awakens the planet. A sensation has been going on. They call the Alligator Man. They call him the Alligator Man because before I set this up, I have to let you know this. Imagine coming outside of your home and seeing a living, breathing alligator. Imagine the fear. Imagine the terror. What would you do? Now, if you had one child, that would be something. But in the case of the alligator fighter, the alligator savior, the alligator slayer, we have how many children?
7. 7 daughters.
7 what?
Daughters.
I didn't say not one young man, not one boy, not one. 7 daughters, 7 future queens, 7 princesses who could have been what? Eaten by what?
Alligator. Lost the limb.
How in 2021, by way of North Philadelphia, has the alligator slayer come to the Sunshine State and slay a gator?
I just think that at the end of the day, North Philly, where I come from,
Woo! Tell me about it.
it's just a little.
Where we come
Yeah,
from.
where we come from, it gets more a little interesting than alligators and all that. People could be worse than snakes and rats, but other than that, I just think that I did what was right at the time to protect my children and do what was right. You know what I'm saying? So I stepped in, my daughter gave me a warning, like, there's an alligator out here. I was nervous. I ain't gonna lie, I was nervous mentally, but I just, once I seen the opportunity, I said, let me get it over and done with. And a couple of my things in training in the military kicked in, and a couple of TV shows with Steve Irwin and all that kicked in. And that's why I have an interview at 6 o'clock with Australia. That's why I'm taking it. I couldn't.
Could you share with some? First of all,
Yeah.
please share with them. Tell them your name. Everyone in the
My
world
name
seems
is-
to know
My name
you.
is Eugene Bozzi. I'm from the Dub. That's called 20th Street in Montgomery, North Philly. So I was born and raised around that area. But I went in the military in 05, and I just transpired. Me and my man Shizzo, we did the Army thing and traveled the world with Afghanistan. And now, when I got back here, I made the decision to go back to Florida because I wanted a different experience and get away from Philly. It was a little hectic. I mean, for me, transitioning out of the Army, so PTSD was real. So
Well, wait a minute. So, wait a minute. I got to understand this right. You're from the city of brotherly love.
yes, sir.
You served your country honorably.
Absolutely.
You not only served your country, you fought in Afghanistan.
Yes, sir.
You survived the mean streets of North Philadelphia. Now, shout out to O Block and Cabrini Green and all the rest of these. There's a lot of tough blocks out there. There's a lot of noteworthy blocks. North Philadelphia surely is in that top 3 anywhere when it comes to that thing we call, excuse my language, the shits.
Absolutely.
It happens in North Philly. And are you telling me North Philly prepared you
Oh, yeah.
to
I believe
handle alligators?
that and God, man. That's all I can say. I got, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, God got me out of it. I ain't lose a limb. So I'll give it that. But I ain't the biggest guy in the world either. So I managed to get away from that big alligator. So put him where he had to go. I made it out of it.
What we're going to do here today, because this is a divine experience, we are going to bring somebody in. I want you to close your eyes, and I'm going to set something up. Close your eyes for me and picture you out there in the field. And if your life was in danger, I'm going to bring out the only person who would have your back.
Got it.
Who would that be? Without even I'll tell you. Who would that be? If I could bring somebody that would have the alligator slayer's back, who could I bring out of nowhere?
It had to be one of my battles of arms. You know?
Oh man, how is this? Wait a minute. If you all know who this guy is, Divine Chosen Superstar, don't leave me like that.
Yes, sir. Yes,
We
sir.
already know what things are coming with you, but
sure,
please
for sure.
explain. How does rap sensation,
Yeah.
Shizzo, get ready for the GOAT Killer? How does Shizzo and the alligator slayer know each other? This is
Alligator.
crazy. How? Please, who's going to explain this?
So we both from Philly. we joined the military around the same time, and we instantly clicked. Like, he was my homie. When I first came in, he was giving me guidance, like, yo, this what you do in this situation, this what you do in that one. One thing led to another. We found out, like, I'm like, my birthday May 3rd. He was like, my birthday May 3rd. He was like, it was like, yeah, real rap, got the same birthday.
So you both from Philly, both got the same birthday.
Yeah. It was like, you ever seen that movie?
My perspective is the same thing, but a little bit extra. I joined before he joined, so I was in the Army before him. So I mean, while he was in basic training, I was already home, and I was helping a recruiter, and I met his baby mom. So I'm like, baby father, he's in the Army. I'm like, his name's Sean. I'm like, all right, cool. But me and baby mom was cool. I see her every day now. So she clicked and she's pregnant. So I'm like, all right, I mean, not here, and dad is third. I'm like, I'll meet him one day. Long story short, I don't know how we just clicked. Me and was talking, and it was cool, like regular drum. But he like, I just got him like Sean Butler. I showed him around that day. I was like his mentor. Wow. Then when he was like, my baby mom about to have a baby, so I'm like, all right, what's your baby mom name? He was like, I know his brother. Yeah, but I ain't think none of it. It's Philly, it's a small city, but right. Long story short, when he got on the card, I'm like, what's going on? This your baby mama? And it was like, oh shit, that is my man. The whole time, she was thorough. She had a good vibe. Me and her was cool before I even met him. So Daddy was putting icing on the cake more.
No clue it was him.
No clue I was him the whole time. I met him like that week before. He brought up that.
And it was crazy. Like, my recruiter was looking out for the mother of my child, and he was working for my recruiter. Yeah, so it was times when he fed my son when I wasn't even there. We didn't even know each other yet. And then we just clicked to a level where even when we went overseas together, the camaraderie that we had was built to like a whole lot. Like, people knew that they seen.
So y'all was that close.
It was
y'all was so close. So then, you know what I like to do about this time is anytime you have former servicemen, especially here with the Slayer. I mean, you see the Slayer phone going off. I mean, they're calling for the Slayer everywhere. Australia, Germany, Dubai. But I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to ask his close friend, not his close friend, his brother. If I was to ask you something, and I'm going to cut him off, if someone would have told you years ago that he would do something so heroic, so honorable, would you have believed that?
I'm not surprised.
I mean, tell me, wait a minute. This is unreal. So you telling me the Alligator Slayer out of North Philly, you telling me you not surprised that he put his life on the line with an alligator?
This is what I'm trying. Y'all were talking about alligators. We was out there with little kids with assault rifles pointed at IEDs, like. So
I'll fix that risk. I think that alligator risk.
Alligator is like,
bullets are explosion.
I'm not surprised at all.
Oh wow!
I'm gonna lose a piggy toe.
I'll tell you something that's amazing about this is. I gotta ask this first. He's not shocked. Are you shocked that he's on the cusp of being an international rap superstar?
No, actually, he put a lot of hard work. That's my man.
So he been doing this.
Yeah, he been doing 08. I can say for sure he been digged in. Cause I always mind all the jobs he went through. Maybe used to change tires, maybe change brakes. He was working at.
So he done put his work in, chasing his dream.
I gotta hear my music. He'll play that before he go to work. I'm like, yeah, this shit, do this on the next one. I do that now to them just today. Add this or
That was actually his idea for me to do. What was that? The Jay-Z
beat. I like all old beats. Like that. The young boys don't know. They don't pay homage to the old records.
I heard some of the Go Killer songs before they actually released.
Shout out to the Go Killer.
And then he was like, yo, why don't you do this beat? I was like, all right, bet. I took the beat. Next thing I know, when I flew to his house, me and my son stayed with his family, and we listened to it. He was like, that's exactly what I told you to do.
I'm going to tell you this. A lot of y'all out there, and myself included, this is one of the most bizarre stories we've ever heard. See, a lot of us, we remember Crocodile Dundee. None of us ever thought that Crocodile Dundee was going to come back being a homie. Right. And I mean a homie from North Philly. I mean a cheesesteak, hoagie eating, pretzel eating, alligator slayer.
You know what's crazy about that? That's the reality. Now I'm like, listen, Netflix, call me up. We can do a TV show soon.
Come on.
I'm ready.
We got to do the show.